The one, the only, Ben Sion. Good morning and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube Daily Double. Today we continue Mesachas Pesachim, Perek Aleph, Mishnayos Hey and Vav. Mishnah Hey states, "Va'od Amar Rabbi Yehuda, Shtei Chalo Shel Toda Psulos Munachos Gag Haitztaba, Kol Zman Shemunachos Kol Am Ochlin." So it had a simon. We learned in the last Mishnah. According to Rabbi Yehuda, up until 4 hours you could eat chametz. Fifth hour you hold on to chametz. Right? You could feed it to your animals. You could even burn it if you want. According to Rabbi Yehuda, we'll talk more about that in a second. And the 6th hour is when you start. You have to burn it. There's a mitzvah to burn it. So in order to tell people didn't have watches back then. They didn't have these cool smart watches like I have over here. It is a smartwatch. You see it now. It's a smartwatch. You got to press on it. So my kids love to play with this watch over here. It's annoying a little bit when I have kids in my lap or whatever. They're always going after my watch. The phone's in my pocket. So they didn't have watches. They didn't have clocks, maybe. So not everyone wears a watch. Chaim Kanievsky says not to wear a watch. So even though it's attractive for a man to wear a watch, women look at a man's watch. They make sure he's wearing a watch, make sure he's wearing a nice watch. And definitely a technological fossil watch. You got style and technology together. You can't get a better watch than mine. Only $350. That's my last birthday present. My birthday's coming again. I don't want to get for a birthday. Maybe someone should write in the comments what I should get for my birthday. So the reason I don't know is because everything I wanted I already bought. So the only things that I want, I have things that I can't afford, like a Tesla and things like that, or Ferragamo shoes, which I can't afford. So I'm at that point where I everything that I could afford I already bought, and I can't afford. I just need more money. So I'd like to buy a house also. All right. So they used to put Shtei Chalos Toda, because the Korban Toda could not be brought on Yud Daled. It had to be brought on Yud Gimel. A lot of people would bring on Yud Gimel because Yud Daled you can't bring Korban Toda, because part of the Korban Toda is to bring 10 loaves of bread that were chametz, and after 6 hours you can't eat that. So it's called Mevi Kachul Beis Hapsul. You're not allowed to bring karbonos where you limit the amount of time. Normally you have a day and a night to eat a Korban Toda. You limit the time. So therefore on Yud Gimel they brought a lot of them, and by the morning it was possible. They only have a day and that night. Once the morning hits, it's possible. So they had nothing to do with it. So they put it on Gaga. It's the Kol Zman Shemunachos Kol Am Ochlim. So everyone would know when they're there. Everyone would eat it. Not the achas. If one of them was taken away, told them the Ochlim lo sarf. According to Yehuda, you just hold on to it. You don't eat it. You don't burn it. And Itlu Shtei and his Kol Am Sarfin. Once both of them were taken away, that's the 6th hour. Everyone knew the 6th hour. Then you burn. Rabbi Gamliel Omer Chulin Echal and Kol Arba Truma Kol Chamesh Sarfim Til Sheish. Gamliel argues a little bit on Rabbi Yehuda. He says that, of course, you could eat chulin, you could eat the 4, but he says truma, you eat the 5th hour. The reason he's arguing on Rabbi Yehuda says if you want, you could burn the truma. He says you can't burn the truma, Rabbi Gamliel. You have to keep it around, and if you're a kohen, you eat the truma. The servant but everyone agrees that the 6th hour, Rabbanan there goes there that you should start burning your chametz. Vav. Rabbi Chanina is kana kana omer mimeim shal kana monim l'israel v'zah basar shedid pa v'vlada tuma. Basar shedid pa v'ava tuma. Av v'ishon sifin tuma al tuma. So it's a little complicated over here, but it's more difficult to learn in Mesachas Pesachim when there's that 6th blot talking about this. He says they were not concerned to burn basar shenidva v'vlada tuma. Now, basar shenidva v'vlada tuma, meat that became contaminated with the v'lada tuma, is talking about a sheni l'tuma. The Gemara explains a sheni l'tuma touches meat, it becomes a shlishi l'tuma, which only is relevant for kohanim. A shlishi is for truma. There's only a shlishi by truma that they can't eat it, so it's a shlishi. You want to burn it with basar shenitva avatuma, the meat that burns with the avatuma, which is tame. Truma, basar kachim. I'm sorry, it's basar, right? There's no basar that's truma. Basar kachim from a shlishi l'tuma, and you have basar that was nitva avatuma, which makes it a rishon l'tuma. If you want to burn them together, they're both tame. You can't use it. There's no hana. You can't get a benefit from it. You can benefit from the fire that it makes, but you can't benefit from the meat. So you want to burn it together. So they didn't preclude themselves from doing this, even though you'd be making the shlishi into a sheni. He even said better, right? A shemen, which is oil that became tful yom. A person went to the mikvah, he was tamei. He went to the mikvah, he's waiting for Erev Shemesh. He didn't have Erev Shemesh yet, so he's post-el the truma. He makes this truma into a shlishi. A ner, which is talking about, the Gemara says, a metal candle, which is holding oil, which touches a tamei mace. A tamei mace is someone who touches a dead person. He's an avatuma. And chalul kecherav, metal becomes like whatever it touched. So it becomes an avatuma. So you're burning oil, which is an avatuma, with oil, which is a shlishi latuma. So you're making the shlishi latuma into a rishon. In the first case, we're talking about you made into a shein. Here you're making a rishon. So even though you're making a rishon, that's the chiddush. We're not worried about that because they're both going leiba. They're both getting destroyed. Who cares? While you're destroying it, you make a little more tummy. Even though they're not supposed to be you're not supposed to be mafsid kachim. You're not supposed to. You're not allowed. It's an isser daraisa, perhaps, if in Beitza, to be mafsid kachim, to make kachim tamei, right? Because you can't eat it if it's tamei, right? And truma, to make truma tmeya is also an isser, maybe daraisa. However, here both of them are already tamei. To add a little tuma is not a problem. I'm going to talk how Mishnah Vav relates to the machlokas and explain the machlokas Yehuda and Gamliel that we had between Mishnayos Dalet and Hey. Stay tuned. Coming up next.